Welcome back my YouTube channel, Old Coin Z Collection. Today's episode, we are diving into a fascinating and highly talked about coin in the numismatic community, this coin 1982 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but its story is filled with changes, varieties, and unexpected value. The year 1982 was a turning point in the history of the Lincoln cent. It marked a major transition in the composition of the penny, and for collectors, this change created a perfect storm of varieties and unique examples. It's not just about the date, it's about what lies beneath the surface, literally and figuratively. For over 2 decades prior, the Lincoln cent had been made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a new composition, 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, with a thin copper plating. The reason behind this change was the rising cost of copper, which made it more expensive to produce a 1 cent coin than its face value. Interestingly, the transition didn't happen all at once. Throughout 1982, both copper and zinc coins were minted. This means there are actually 7 known varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. These include large date and small date versions in both copper and zinc compositions, as well as coins from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The difference between small date and large date varieties lies mainly in the shape and size of the numerals in the date, especially the 2. On the small date, the 2 appears more curved and the entire date seems more compact. On the large date, the 2 looks more prominent and heavier. These details may seem minor, but are critical to identifying the correct variety. Identifying whether a 1982 penny is made of copper or zinc can be done using a simple test, by weighing the coin. A copper penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams. This 0.6 gram difference might seem small, but it is enough to help collectors determine the coin's composition. Among the most famous and valuable varieties is the 1982 D small date copper penny. This variety was long believed not to exist until a few rare examples were discovered by collectors. The Denver Mint was supposed to strike only zinc small dates, so finding a copper small date from Denver was a major revelation in the coin world. These rare 1982 D small date copper cents are considered off-metal errors, essentially transitional coins that were mistakenly struck using the old copper planchets when a mint was supposed to be using zinc. This rarity makes them incredibly desirable to collectors and investors alike. Due to their scarcity and uniqueness, these coins have fetched enormous prices at auctions. One verified example of the 1982 D small date copper penny sold for a staggering amount, bringing in more than $18,000. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Some coin experts and dealers speculate that if an example of this coin is discovered in pristine condition, uncirculated, full red luster and high grade, it could potentially command prices well over $2 million in the right market. This valuation is based on the coin's extreme rarity, historical significance, and intense collector demand. It's important to understand that not every 1982 penny is valuable. In fact, most are still only worth their face value or slightly more, especially if they are worn or common varieties. However, the possibility of discovering a rare one in your pocket change or an old coin jar is what keeps the hobby so exciting. If you're interested in checking your 1982 pennies, start by sorting them by mint mark and by date size. Then, weigh each one using a digital scale that can measure to the 100th of a gram. From there, you can begin to identify the copper versus zinc varieties and look for those elusive rarities. A magnifying glass or coin loop is essential for spotting the date varieties accurately. Many collectors also rely on online resources, videos like this, or even certified coin graders to confirm what they have. Don't rush. Take your time and enjoy the detective work involved. In addition to the 1982 D small date copper cent, Collectors also enjoy assembling full sets of all 1982 varieties. It's a rewarding challenge that offers both educational value and potential investment opportunities. Even the more common varieties can fetch decent premiums in higher mint state grades. Professional coin grading services, PGS and NGC, have authenticated and graded several of these rare varieties. Having your coin graded by one of these reputable agencies adds to its legitimacy and value, especially if you plan to sell or auction in the future. Coins from this transitional period often become more sought after over time, especially as more collectors become aware of the details. So if you happen to come across this coin 1982 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history,